Hello, John here again, and this is another video about setting up for Derek Morris's racing game lessons that he's got going on Patreon. The first video was a Windows setup. Now this video is all about trying to get a Linux setup going. I'm not a Linux man. It's taken me 4 weeks to get to this point, so you'll have to bear with me if it all goes pear-shaped, because, like I say, I'm not a Linux man. So, with that, let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is install Visual Studio Code. Now, from what I can gather, we can install it from here. So Visual Studio, oh, there it is. Click on it, click install. I'm going to be typing this password a lot, I think. Doesn't say if it's doing it. I hope it is. Hello. Oh. Okay. Well, we'll launch it from there. Let's see. Is it installed? Yes, it is. Right then. So we need to configure Studio Code. Now in Derek's lesson 1 book, he tells you how to do it. So we need to install an extension. So CA65, I think it is. That's the fella. So we need to install that. I'm going to install another one, PDF, because which is this one here, Visual VS Code PDF. This allows you to see a PDF inside Studio Code. It's very good. So I've done that, so we need to map our keys, and it's only the one, which is terminal run. So we're going to open that, go click F5, get rid of that, we don't need that. And then the last thing is to set preferences. So preferences settings, and autosave is after delay. So that's done. Autosave should be on. Right. That's it for Visual Studio Code, I think. Now it's time for the compiler. Now the compiler is we have to run terminal. Here we go. So the compiler can be installed from here. So it's sudo apt-get install cc65. Hey, and there's one more as well, which is doc. It's going really well so far, really well. So to check it, CL65. Yeah, excellent. So that's the compiler installed. So now we need to install Vice. So go back into terminal. Here we go. And another easy command, sudo apt-get install Vice. Right, let's see how we're gonna do. We're doing alright so far, but me saying that is probably now jinxed it. Right, so that's installed. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to get the ROMs, because they don't come with the installer. So we'll fire up Firefox. We'll install. Oh, trust me not to have shared clipboard on. Copy link. Here we go. So we're going to download the source files. So it should come up here anytime soon. This is not boding well. Let's do that again. Come on. Download. This is not going. Here we go. Right, so that's downloaded it. So we need to go into downloads. Then we need to unzip it. And then we need to copy all the data files into subsystem. Right, that's done it. So we should be able to run the Vice emulator. So x64. There we go. Hey, we've still got this black thing at the bottom, but looks alright. So let's try it within Studio, not Studio, Code, because we need to make sure it still works inside there. So we'll fire a new terminal up and we'll type in x64. Oh, and it still doesn't like the pulse. Don't know why. What's it moaning about in here? Well, it says pulse are available. Alright then, we'll change it. x64. Right, where are you? Settings. Settings. Oh. Okay. Don't send. Any Linux users out there, if you can tell me what's wrong, would be much appreciated. Right, x64. So pulse works in here, but we'll change it. Sound settings, we'll go with that one. So here we go. Let's try it again. So go back into Studio Code. New terminal. Let's try, see if it runs now without erroring. There we go. That's what I like to see. Excellent. Excellent. Right then. Halfway. Not doing too bad. Not doing too bad at all. Right then, so the next thing we need to do is install the NES emulator, and we're going to go for Messen. So let's go over to that site, and this site tells us what we need to do. So that's the website, we'll go there later, but it's saying here we go, Ubuntu, so it needs mono complete, but it doesn't really, and we need to download the latest version, so we need to go in there. So this is what we need to do, these 4 lines, so we're going to do one line at a time. So we'll do the first one, get that into terminal, that's that done. Then the second line, get that in, it's done. Third line, and what this is doing, it's adding the mono project distribution list to the system, as far as I know. Alright, that's that done, and then we just have to do the update, so it downloads all the new stuff. Here we go. Yes, sorted. So now we have to go back. Now we have to install mono, but the complete one is the wrong one. Because we're now hooked into the development part, we need to ask for the development version. So sudo apt-get mono-dev. Now this is going to take a while, it'll take about 5 minutes because it's going to actually compile some stuff. So here we go. Right then, that's taken a good 5 minutes. Next thing we need to install this. So let's do that. So, whoops, go back down, back down, back down. That's it. Sudo, caps, sudo apt-get install libsdl2-2.0. Excellent. Right, so that's mono installed. So that's the platform that Mesa should work on. So we'll go to the Mesa site now, and we'll download Mesa. Okay, that should be downloaded. Let's have a look. So let's look in the download. There it is. Just extract it here. Right, we're not going to run it from there, we're going to run it from documents. We're going to create a new folder, emulators, and we're going to paste it in there. Right, let's see if it works, shall we? So messen.exe. Oh, hang on. Change mod to executable. Right, let's try that again. Hey! Right, so yes, we're going to have that, and we're going to have the arrow keys. Confirm. Oh, we don't need that because that doesn't work. Confirm. Lovely jubbly. Right, so we have and NES emulator seems to be working. Right, not sure what it's saying here because I think that was installed. Right, so that's messing. So what's next? Right, the next thing is to get Derek's lesson. So I've already got it here, so let's extract it. That's it. So we just need lesson 1, so we'll copy that, and in here I'm going to create a new folder called my source code, and then a new folder racing game, and in there we'll paste lesson 1. Right then, so we should be able to open this up with Studio Code. So I thought I was in Windows then, where you can just right click on it. Never mind. I did click on Studio Code, didn't I? Yeah. Here we go. So File, Open Folder, Documents, my source code, Racing Game Lesson 1, and we click OK. Now, there's not a lot we can do at the moment because we need to do a bit of jiggery pokery, but the first things we need to do is we need to convert these from bats to bash files. So we need to rename them to sh, and also in here you'll notice they're not green, so we need to make them executable. So change mod +x, and it's build c64.sh and build nes.sh. So if we list it now, they should be both green, so that means they're now executable. So we just need to tweak them. So the first thing you need to do is we need to tell it the bash engine what it's using, which is that. And I've found that if you remove PRG, I think this one is, yeah, it's Commodore 64, and remove code /game main.asm, .o, that deletes those files before we compile. And then the compiler is exactly the same, we just need to put some quotes around it over to here, and then this as well, and we need to change it to a /, and then that, we don't need that, and then here we need to tell it what to run. So save. So just going over it again, we remove the racing game PRG, we remove the object file, we recompile it, and then we run the end result. And one thing you've got to do is down here where it says carriage return line feed, you've got to just make it line feed. If you make it carriage return line feed, it doesn't work. It doesn't like it. Bash doesn't like it. Right, so let's just test this out. F5. One blue screen. Hey, and just in case you don't believe me, game main, we'll change it to red. Go back to here, F5, Hey. Right, so we need to do the same with the NES emulator. So we can copy the first 3 lines. Just literally copy it, paste it into there. Do the same thing as we did before. Quotes that, forward slash that, and that. Just remembered NES. Get rid of that, and then here we need to do mono, and then it's tilde forward slash documents forward slash emulators forward slash messen.exe space. Save that, and that should run the messen. So currently we're in red. Let's F5 it. Ooh, what did I? Oh, forgot to put it to line feed. That's what I meant. It didn't like it. Right, F5. Hey, red. Lucky, 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 lucky. Right, let's change it to green. Go back to messen. Press F5. Should start in green. Let's close that down. Alright, F5. Hey, green. Excellent. So there you go. A working development environment in Linux for Derek's racing game lessons, Patreon lessons. I know I've probably done a few things wrong, and you know, any Linux people out there will probably be shouting, please let me know, because I'm learning Linux now because of this and the Raspberry Pi. If I've done any mistakes, let me know, you know, because I only learn from what people tell me and what I read. So if you liked the video, then click that like button. If you didn't like it, fine, hit the dislike button. Always leave me a comment, because I try and answer them, try and answer all of them. And if you like what I do and you want to support the channel, consider becoming a patron of mine. All the money raised in the Patreon comes back to this channel. And with that, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye. I'd like to thank all the patrons that are contributing to my channel. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. Thank you very much.